Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are in the world. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Console. In today's video, I'm going to talk about either the gadgets are good for your child or not. I know this can be very difficult topic to touch, but as a parent raising a child with autism, let's just talk about it. However, please take what resonates with you, and what doesn't, please leave it behind you. So if you want to hear more, please keep watching until the end of this video. So I'm going to start with some of the possible benefit of your child using gadget. Number one, there is a predictability and structure. Maybe some of the video or app your child may want to follow some clear rules which can feel safe and comfort. So for example, if your child like a channel where they play music or where they play numbers or maybe where they play ABC, your child may want to follow that structure, which can make your child feel safe and also comforting at the same times. Another thing is that gadgets can be really good resources of learning tools. For example, educational tools such as speech or communication program like ACC devices and visual learning resources can support language, social or academic skills. Another thing is about sensory regulation. Screen can play soothing and visual sound or repetitive action that helps your child self-calming and self-regulation. Another one is special interest. Many children, you see that once they have gadget, they want to explore more. They want to see which one is the best for them. And trust me, once you let them do that, you will actually easily spot their specific interest. I remember the first time I introduced the gadget to my son. By that time, I didn't really know what he likes or what he didn't. But from the first time I introduced it to him, I could easily see what was his interest. So this could be really another way of you as the parent getting to know what your child likes. Because you will see some children like the musical dance, you will see other one like drawing apps, you will see other one like maybe ABC. They are so different. But for me personally, the gadget, the first time I introduced the gadget to my son, that's the time I get to know what is his best interest. Because normally we used to have family TV, and where all the children, they will put their favorite, including him, who will just play his favorite. But then from there, him having something that belongs to him, I noticed this is his interest. And ever since, if we are going to the shop, if we are going anywhere, you will see those are the kind of things you will start picking from the shop, because that's where his interest is. So this can be really positive for your child using gadget, because it can help you to know what does your child like. Another one is that it can be introduce social connection. Some games or app help kids interact with other children or family members in a structured way, and also learning how to be around other people, respect the kind of behavior they should have. You know, all those educational apps, they help your child get to learn things as a parent you will not gonna be able to explain it to your child. Especially if your child is non-verbal, by them watching this kind of things, it helps them learn and apply those skills they have learned into their real life. It may be at home, in a school, in a park, outside, everywhere. So having your child using a gadget, there is nothing wrong with it, because I've seen really huge benefit of my son using gadget. However, as a parent, you're the one to judge what is the best for your child. So having spoken about the advantage of your child using a gadget, them learning different things, different skills, different way of communication, you discovering their best interests, there is also a possibility of a challenge by them having the gadget. One of the challenge, number one, they can be over-reliant. Your child may prefer a gadget so much than other skills or activity, and they will always want to go back to use the gadget instead of having that interaction with you, or instead of having family time together or play time together. They will want to rush quickly and go and use the gadget. So that could be really one of the disadvantages of your child getting used to the gadget. Another one, it can be sleep disruption. Too much screen time, especially before bed, can make it harder for your child to sleep. So it's very important that you make sure that your child stay away from the gadget many hours before your child goes to sleep. So another challenge is that if your child is used to gadget, this can reduce their physical activity. At the end of the day, as much as you are happy, or I am happy for my child to use the gadget, I also want to see him being active during the day. I want to see him doing the normal activity that he's supposed to be doing. So it is very important that you make sure that your child remain active throughout the day. And also the content risk, you also need, as a parent, you need to make sure you supervise what is your child watching. Some app can be very dangerous for your child, and also may be not appropriate for your child to see. So making sure that you are in control, you are taking care of what your child is watching. Is it educational? Is it something that is actually supporting your child growth, or supporting your child learning and develop different skills through what they are watching? So it is very important that you monitor that, because if your child falls into videos that are not appropriate, you're not going to blame them, because you have not supported them in that sense. So now, having to know that the gadget is good for your child in some point, and also the challenges comes with gadget. So how can you actually best approach the balance? So number one, you can set clear limit. For example, establish when is your child can use the gadget. For example, if you want to make it a routine that after breakfast your child can have 30 minutes of gadget, establish that so that your child know is only 30 minutes per day to use the gadget, or maybe it's 1 hour, depend on how you see your child is doing. And also, again, depend on the age. How old is your child, and how much do you see that is helping your child by spending time on a gadget? So it's all depend with you as a parent, but mostly remember, it's very good to set a limit. This is the time you can watch, and this is time you cannot watch. So, and another thing is that now that you have set that time window where your child need to use the gadget, do you have alternative games or puzzles or any other activities in the house that your child can engage into? It depends with the age, again, as we speak, because different children need different activities. So make sure that once you take the gadget away from your child, that there is something alternative to keep engaging your child throughout, to reduce the boredom. So it is very important that you use the gadget with the purpose. This can be educational app. You as a parent, you may have seen probably a good education app that you want to introduce your child. Make sure you use that app, give it to your child for your child to explore that app. It can be interactive game that you want your child also to see if he will be able to play in that game, or special interest exploration. So make sure that your child is using the gadget for a certain purpose, not just to give and then your child will just go everywhere. So it's, again, if we don't show our children what they should be learning, they are not going to have no idea. So as a parent, if you feel or if you know that there is a certain skills that your child need, or there is a certain app you've seen that your child could benefit from it, you just put it there for your child to explore. Another thing is that social media have taken over, and as a parent and having children, most of the time you see also parents are spending most of the time on a gadget, scrolling down on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, and spending ridiculous amount of hours on their phone or whatever gadget they have. If you don't become a good role model for your child, don't expect your child that is not going to do the same, because your child is learning from you. If you are able to set up boundaries, how long you spend on social media. So let's set up that good role model for our children and make sure that we introducing something to them that we also know that we are capable of doing, because there is no point of you spending hours on social media and then you're trying to limit your child how many hours or how many minutes should be using the gadget. So make sure that you engage your child in different activities. I mentioned different activities in one of my last video. It can be outside of the house or inside the house. If you want to learn more about different activities you can do inside the house, please watch my previous video where I mentioned different activities that can be very helpful for your child. It can be indoors or outdoors. Everything is possible. So make sure that when you're taking the gadget away from your child, that there is different activities to also keep engaging your child as the day goes by. In some instances, I've realized that most of the time, if the parent are not controlling how long the child uses the gadget, it can be out of control, where actually if you take it away from your child, the child will be crying, will breaking things in the house, because actually your child has already bonded with the gadget, or maybe they are addicted to whatever they've been watching. So it is very important, if you realize that your child has already been addicted to the gadget, you need to start introducing cutoff time, slow. For example, if your child is now using the gadgets about 2 hours, start now counting, reduce from half an hour to 15 minutes, 10 minutes, just keep going until you may be satisfied with 1 hour, or maybe you're satisfied with half an hour per day. Depend the age of your child, and also depend how much is your child is learning, and also depend on how in the situation as well. But make sure that there is always that established and understanding routine where your child knows, okay, the gadget hours finished, and your child is more than happy to hand back the gadget. So gadgets aren't good and aren't bad by themselves. They are a tool. For many children love using gadgets. They can be very supportive when used thoughtful and in a balanced way with offline activities. So as the parent, it is your responsibility to make sure that you certified how the gadgets are being used in the house or even outside of the house, and also making sure that whatever your child is watching is educational and they are not watching any harmful apps or videos that are not beneficial for them. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please make sure you like it and also share with any parent you feel like will benefit from this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, have a great week.